Fellow Kenyans, as you are all aware, Monday the 20th, 2023 is a date of interest in our country. One half of the country's political class have called for mass protests against, among other issues, the unbearable cost of living in the country. The other half, that wield the instruments of power, of course unlawfully, has urged all citizens to ignore the protests, call and go about their daily activities. Comrades, in which side are we? We in the side of those supporting to have demonstrations across the country until the cost of living goes down. Therefore, where does this leave comrades, the country's fourth arm of government? All over the world, comrades have been the society's guiding light and in many cases have led the people to rewriting their destinies, changing governments, making informed strides towards societal change, liberations, and all forms of progressive freedom. In assessing our stand with regard to Monday action calls, we ask ourselves a few questions as university students. Is Monday a date with destiny? And if yes, whose destiny? Whose destiny is it? It is our destiny. Are the mass protests a necessary action towards a better future or a necessary disruption to normalcy? Are students better off in the known present or a promised better tomorrow that remain unknown? If a better Kenya is possible, what role do university students have to play towards this realization? Those are the kind of questions we are asking ourselves as university students. Fellow Kenyans, answers to all above questions emphasize on the important role of the youth and especially students have in the running of our country's affairs. Further, the answers call on students to be active participants in matters of national interest, and after all, if not students, who will champion for a better Kenya in tomorrow's generations? Many, of course, may ask why we are interested in joining the movement for the defense of democracy as university students. Last time university students have been in opposition. We have been in opposition since 1978. It's not the first time. Are we tired? Comrades, are we tired? No. We are not tired to be in opposition. And we are not afraid. What we are saying is, every person in this country can see everything going wrong. Even the person who is not a student, who we ourselves are here to defend today. Even the members of the press who are here, they know very well, not unless someone is an hypocrite, they know very well everything is gone wrong. If you go to the supermarket today, everything has gone very high. The exchange rate of the dollar right now is close to 150 shillings in Kenya. The cost of fuel is too high. University students, they are committing suicide. There is a high rise of LGBTQ issues in the country. Do we blame ourselves? No. We were brought up very well. It is this government that has brought these LGBTQ issues in the country. Comrades, power. Power. Comrades and stakeholders. The state of comradeship is in a sorry and disheartening state, and there are just a few reasons as to why comrades will participate next week. These are some of our reasons. Number one, HELB, that is Higher Education Loans Board, money which is supposed to be disbursed to students. It is their right. It is their right. They are free to access that money. Has been denied, and now life is unbearable to university students, not just university students, even college students, all those students. Now there's a term very many Kenyans know, but I don't think the president understands. Wanafunzi wanainama. Comrades, power! Power! Wanafunzi wanainama. University students are skipping not just 1 meal, 2 meals a day. Some even drink water.
We are hungry.
We are telling the president, university students are sleeping hungry. They are sleeping without food in this country. Why you have not released help? Wanafunzi hawajapata hata ndururu. Right now, we are chasing every ministry. Ministry of Treasury, we are going to the Ministry of Education. Tukijaribu kuwaambia in a diplomatic way, tafadhali, allocate this money, more than 5.7 billion, which by the way, it's negligible if you compare to what is spent at State House daily. We are telling them to release that money because it is their right. Wanafunzi waweze kusurvive pale university. Why are we joining on Monday? Why are we joining the demonstrations? We are joining to tell the government, allocate this money. It is students' money, it is their right. Number 2, the high cost of living is an extra burden to students and their guardians. Number 3, despite promising to restore democracy in our learning institutions, the government has shown zero commitment in the repeal of the draconian Duale bill that has forced a delegate electoral system on students. Comrades, power! This government is to blame. It is to blame for the sorry state of university administrations handpicking very weak student leaders who do not advocate for the interest of university students. They are advocating for the interest of the administrations and the government. We are telling the government they should practice democracy. That is why we have joined the movement for the defense of democracy. Number 4, we are joining on Monday because the ever-rising cost of secondary school fees, attempts to triple university fees, and the confusion brought about the CBC system. There is enough proof that the present administration has no clear agenda for our country's education. We are going to tell the president. We even appeared before the Working Party for Education Reforms. And we told them very categorically, CBC is very unsustainable. We are not supporting CBC. As the Kenya University Students Organization, we are not going to support CBC. That is going to be another hole of eating taxpayers' money. It is going to be another loophole of trying to eat money that is meant for the public. We are telling them to prioritize on other issues which can be able to elevate the lives and livelihoods of the young people in this country. What is wrong with 844? Why don't you improve the 844 system? That is why we'll be on the streets on Monday. We are telling every university students, from wherever you are, that day, kindly even postpone sex. Join the demonstration. You can postpone to next time, to Tuesday. Hiyo siku tunataka kila mwanafunzi Kenya mzima. Be on the streets. Be on the streets. Number 5. The mixed signals by the government on LGBTQ that has allowed its infiltration in the learning institutions and risking our future. Sasa mnatukataza chakula, mnatukataza help. Sasa mmetuletea LGBTQ. This government is to blame for same-sex marriages in Kenya. This government is to blame for the rise of gonorrhea in Nairobi. This government is to blame for all the kind of evil practices in Nairobi today. We are telling them that is why on Monday we will be in those streets. Number 6, and the last one. Despite glowing campaign promises, there is no transition plan for the government for students after graduation, exposing them to endless tammacking. As the president of Kenya University Students Organization, we are telling the government as a very simple thing. We have proposed to them not once, not twice. They implement to have a directorate of student affairs in the country to see how they can deal with transition issues, whereby a student is transitions from the university, from the college after graduation, they give them a job. This government is not doing anything to ensure university students are getting attachments, university students are getting internships, university students are getting jobs. This government does not care to know our views, to know what we can be able to sort out the problem of joblessness in this country. It's not that we don't have ideas. We have ideas, but they are not ready to listen. That is why university students will be on the streets from 20th. Lastly, we are demanding from the Right Honorable Raila Odinga to ensure we have mass demonstrations every 20th of every month. Every 20th of every month, until these demands are met. Until this government cares for the hoi polloi, for the people, for the oppressed, for the have-nots. Comrades, power! Power! Comrades and Kenyans of goodwill, after extensive deliberations within comrades' ranks, and also with consultation with the National Steering Committee, it is clear that we have only one option, and that is to spearhead the march to a different Kenya that respects comrades. For and ever, a luta continua. A luta continua. A luta continua.